2024 K-pop is upon us. And time freaking flies because it feels like yesterday I was doing this for January 2023, talking about TXT and all that. Wow. You can go back to all my months from last year and into 2022 as well if you are curious. But if you are new here as well, welcome. We are trying to hit 100,000 by the end of the year sub. So if you enjoy the video and like K-pop rap, feel free to subscribe. I greatly appreciate it. On the screen right now is the guidelines we go by. So put your favorites down in the comments and let's dive into number 10. This was so hard. There was like 4 other songs I was deciding between putting here, and Geenius happened to win it out solely for the post-chorus. This part right here. Typically, a normal K-pop group would like do a dance break there, right? Most, like 99% of K-pop's trend right now is to do a dance break there. And the fact that Geenius goes into like a secondary hook, it just surprised me. And I ended up loving the song overall because of that a lot more than I should. Plus, the fact that all the members are older than 20 on debut is another really good thing, I'll be honest. We have another 5th gen debut of TWS, and I did the boy side BFF. I like it. It's a little more chill, like overall, compared to their title track, which did have a very like hype dance section to it. However, their title track was good as well. I playlisted that too, but BFF just edged it out a little bit because it was just a more cohesive song to me overall. It kind of gives me Boy Next Door vibes almost. Like TWS is like a more vocal focused Boy Next Door, or is it dance focused? Okay, we have our first of a few soloists, which is Yena. And I wasn't a huge fan of the title track. Everyone's doing vampire-themed concepts for some reason nowadays. If you're into the bubblegum pop sound, that's great. And, it really did fit Yena's vibe in that way. But Good Girls in the Dark fit me so much better. I think this was easily my favorite song off of that album. Okay, we have an oldie of mine. We're going back in time. B1A4. I was really into B1A4 back in like 2016, 2017. And they're back for the first time what feels like a long time. Now, it's not the full group because I know Borrow left and another member left, and there's only a few of them left. But this Still in My Heart is like one of the slower songs in their album. I think BA1A4 does ballads really, really well. And so far, this is probably my favorite ballad of 2024 so far, which is a high praise because I don't like many ballads. So changmo. This is actually the only true K-hip-hop song on my list for this month. Apparently, this is very mixed amongst K-hip-hop fans, as I was told. I liked it. I thought the project overall was pretty decent. I think I might like Friends with Benefits a little more, but I gotta put Too Hard to Find Real Love because there's a freaking jazz section. Just listen. Yeah, that's the same song you just heard at the beginning. Mind-blowing to me. Absolutely mind-blowing. I wish more people would do this. So good. Woo, we got our highest boy group. Like, there's other guys on the list, but this is the highest spot for a boy group, and it's CIX Lovers or Enemies. I just love the vocal effects on this hook, but it kind of reminds me of 50/50's Lovin' Me from the end of 2022, which I really ended up enjoying. I like that kind of vocal style in the hook. You don't hear it too often in K-pop, so I'm not really tired of it. I know this is an extremely unpopular opinion amongst CIX fans, but this is my favorite CIX song other than their debut. I loved their debut, haven't been too into them, but this song, good shit, at least in my opinion, CIX. I very much enjoyed this song. Oh, nmixx in top 5, yes. A lot of people are going to be going, Matt, what about Dash? Yes, Dash was very catchy. The hook of Dash is really good. The fact that they tease me with a progressive K-pop song and then don't make it progressive annoys the ever-living Oh, I-DLE in the top 3 with what should have been the title track, in my opinion. This song is so cool. It has this like almost like cowboy western vibe, in my head at least, to it. It's like this like very like rhythmic acoustic guitar with like some very rhythmic vocals over top of it, but it's also chillish at the same time. It just hits me. Mr. Vampire, this was literally going to be #1 on my list. I promise. This was #1 the entire month until the last few days. I had to switch it around because I listened to the other track way too much. Itzy's Mr. Vampire is my favorite song Itzy has ever made. I know that's a bold statement. Subjectively, this is my favorite song ever from Itzy. It was Icy, now it's Mr. Vampire. I love the piano in the background. I love the notes, the note choice for the piano. I love the structure of the song and like the like talky hook. I think that goes so well with Ryujin. What's on your mind? #1, we've got LE SSERAFIM's Huh, Yoonjin, and Crush on the Groovy Room song Yes or No. So this is a Groovy Room song featuring Yoonjin of LE SSERAFIM and Crush, the R&B soloist. And yeah, I just played the song so much. It's chill. It's a little bit generic. If you don't like generic, you're not gonna like this. But it's like a generic pop R&B sound, and it hits for me. It just hits for me. I don't know what else to tell you. I just replayed it. I replayed it over and over and over and over and over and over. It's just so good. It is really such a good song. Just solid. Like, you know, it's not going to be like my #1 song of the year, but it's not like mind-blowing by anything. But it's just something I want to keep listening to over and over. I can't really get enough of it, and I don't know why. I think Yoonjin's vocals fit really well with the style that Groovy Room went for. I was not used to her in this style. And then Crush comes in with the powerful voice behind Yoonjin. I'm just like, whoa. So yeah, those are my favorite songs of January. Let me know what your favorites were. And before we end this, guys, I got to go over some Patreon shoutouts because I could not be making these videos without these amazing people. And if you want to be shouted out like this on every full-length video I make and have your name on the screen, as well as extra reactions and seeing some videos early and such like that, please feel free to check out my Patreon if you have the means to do so. If not, just come join us in Discord. I'd love to have you. So, shout out to Arston, Laura Fernandez, Pixel, Griffin Chiavo, Miyu's Ribbons, Sayway, Sophie, Wookbook, Alina, Amelia, Austin, Caitlin Gervin, Deadboy, Errol, Farhan, Fleur, Fred Earth, Hannah, Just a Penguin, Nova Light, Rai Rai, The K Enthusiast, Tima, and Valtini, as well as all of my VOD tier people and people who are just on here for free. Thank you all so much for being on my Patreon. I really do appreciate it. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!